Well, as I was here, like clearing out all these trees so I can make this land to where I can build on it, it was a whole bunch of trees. I was just sitting here thinking about like how this could be a representation of our mind to where it's just so cluttered and we have so much on our mind that it's hard to see what it could look like once we get it cleared. So, and it's taken me a little while. It started probably about an hour ago, and this was all just filled up. But then the more that I'm clearing them out, the more that I can see what my vision is of creating the houses along here to make a neighborhood. But in order for me to really start seeing my vision, although I had an idea of what I wanted to do with it, but I couldn't see it until I start clearing it out. And it's almost like how our mental health is. Um, we have an idea of how we want to be or how we would like it to be, or but because of all of the things like this, like you can't really see what you would want it to be. But whenever you start clearing it out, you can start getting a better picture of how you would like it to be. And it's taken some work for me to get even just this part cleared out. And so it's kind of like how it would be whenever we're dealing with something mentally. We just have to go one at a time and be able to clear. See, I've just cleared that one tree out. Now, does it mean that it's just gonna, well, I mean, unless you have a mod pack, it's gonna take a minute for those leaves to dissipate. And that's the same way how whenever we're working on something that affects us mentally, it's going to take a minute. And so we'll still have some residual um, there in our minds of the things that we have to survive daily. But the more we clear it out, the more it'll start becoming to where we can see better and that we can think better. Um, we start believing in ourselves more. Um, we start to see that whenever we feel like we don't have anyone, we're actually, we do have people around us. We do have people that care for us. We have people that want to see us be the best versions of ourselves, um, even if they may not say it enough. Because you have to think we're all struggling in life itself, all of us. Unless, even people that have money and they have their own type of struggle. Um, although I would rather have money than I could pay to have things taken care of. But I digress. Anyway, so just like this residual, it's still there, but it's starting to go away. I'd already done all the work. I've already cleared out all the wood, and now it's starting to clear up right here. And that's how it is with our mental health. We have to put the work in. We have to. If we want change, we have to put the work forth. And yes, is it going to be uncomfortable? Yes, it'll be uncomfortable. Um, but it really depends on how bad do you want it. And now, some things, it sounds easy to say, and I'm aware of that. It sounds very easy. But I know whenever it's all like this and you can't see anything, even just a small step, and you have to celebrate each small step that you do. Let's say one of the things you struggle with is getting out of bed. It's really hard. Um, for one, I mean, the bed is comfortable. Uh, two, mentally, you just don't know if you can handle that day and you just want to be, and that's okay sometimes. Sometimes it's okay to wait and just relax in bed the whole day. It's okay to lounge out like that. Um, but if you notice that you're doing it frequently, then you might have something going on, and and it's good to talk about it. And you're not a burden to anyone. Um, and you'll find your person that you can talk to, whether it be a family member, your parent, your friend, your significant other. You're going to find that person. And you may already have that person and you just don't realize it. So, as I'm clearing this out, you see how more and more is becoming more. The more I break down the trees, the more space I have. So, in our minds, whenever it's so cluttered, we can't break it all down at once. I mean, if we had a mod pack for our brain, we would be able to. But I'm just using this as an example. Obviously, our brain is not like Minecraft, but we have to take it one by one. We can't just try to fix it all at one time. It just doesn't work that way. Um, so it's better to tackle one by one. And like this huge tree here, let's say we have one huge problem. Now, if you look, you see how other problems are here too. So you have to get down to the root of what that problem was in order to be able to clear out the giant problem. And so it takes some time. You have to just work through it and clear it all out. And it's not like it's going to be it won't happen overnight. But if you're consistent, and consistency is so important, if you're consistent, you will start seeing the change. Each little step, each little attempt, each time that you're going to go against the grain, you're going against how you feel. Do you realize going against how you feel instead of, like, let's say, oh, I just feel like laying in bed, or I just can't face today? Well, if you force yourself, and it's easier said than done, but if you take that one step to get up, even if it's just for a moment, you have already done something that your mind didn't want you to do. So you've already gotten up, and let's say you got up and you walked around um, to get some movement because you were like, I'm not going to allow my mind to dictate to me or tell me how today is going to be. So you get up, and even if it's just 10 minutes, you have gotten up and you have already made a step. And so let's say, okay, you did that. Well, maybe a few hours later, you could do another 10 minutes. And you almost can reward yourself. Let's say, all right, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do this 10 minutes of being up and moving. And once I do my 10 minutes of being up and moving, I'm going to reward myself and I'm going to get on the game. I'm going to get on the game and I'm going to play the game, and then I'll have, something to eat, whatever. And then I'm going to move 10 more minutes. And then maybe I can get back on the game. But if you're not fighting, and now this is so important, if you're not fighting for your mental health and physical health to get better, those around you cannot fight it for you. And just me being a mom, it is hard to see your children struggle with mental health. Especially, I have had mental health issues. I still deal with stuff. Even today, I still deal with it. But I make the conscious effort, and of course, I'm older and I've dealt with things. I make the conscious effort to try to do something, no matter what it is. It could just be wash my face for the day. No matter what it is. I feel every little step, if you're consistent, every single little step will lead you. Those little steps are what make the big changes. And it's whenever you tackle one thing at a time. You don't have to tackle it all at once. I mean, no one can really tackle everything all at once unless you are on Minecraft and you have a mod pack and you can just clear this land by hitting a button. And it's just not that easy. Now, consistency is something you have to become disciplined to be consistent. And so that's whenever you have to fight against your mind and say, no, I know my mind doesn't want me to do this, but I need to break that cycle. And how bad do you want it? And at some point, you have to say, I want this so bad that I'm going to break the cycle and I'm going to do it. And so, it sounds easy. And even if it's just small little steps, then you would be able to do it. Small steps, 5 minutes. After a while, your brain will become used to, you're rewiring your brain. That's what you're doing. Whenever you go against your mind, whenever your mind wants you to not advance, and it doesn't want you to work through the things, each small step will lead you to um, a bigger clearing, let's say. You'll get more trees cleared. And so let's say then look at how much we've already gotten done just now. Just clearing it out as we're talking. So, and it's okay if you have to have help to clear it out. You can find help. There are several, if you look up on um, the internet, you can find resources. Some are at no cost, and you can find resources that may help you at that moment. If you go, there, or if you have a trusted friend, um, ultimately, though, you have to want to do it for yourself, because your friend or your loved one, they can't do it for you. Although they want to, even as a parent, they want to do that for you. But ultimately, you have to do it for yourself. You have to want it for yourself. Because your parent or your loved one or whoever it may be, they can't do it. They can't do it for you. So anyway, so I figured whenever I was clearing this out, I'd already had some cleared out, and I was thinking, this is so much like how the mind works. You have 50 million tabs open at one time, and it kind of can become overwhelming. whenever I first started to clear out this land because I knew I had an idea of what I wanted to do with it. I looked and I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to take me forever to clear this land to be able to build a neighborhood. But then I was like, well, I'll do a few I'll do a few trees, um, and then I'll see. Well, then once I started the few trees, I just kept going, and it made me think of how mental health works, how you have all of those tabs open, all of the things like this, all those, each one of these are an issue. Each of the one of these things are maybe a worry or a concern or something like that. And you can't just dive it all in at one time. You have to start with this smaller tree and work your way through to make a clearing. So, anyway, so I was just thinking about it and I just wanted to share what I was thinking. And hopefully, if you've listened to it this far, I hope that this will help you. Um, I really do. So just know if no one else is rooting for you, although just people are rooting for you, it's your mind lying to you that you don't have anyone rooting for you. Sometimes the people that are rooting for you, they may be nervous to speak up because they don't want to bring anything up to make it seem like it's worse. So they don't want to cause you any more distress. But just know you do have people rooting for you and they want you to get better. And you do have to, though, want it for yourself. And the more you want it for yourself, and the more that you, even if it's 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, or 5 minutes, 10 minutes, multiple times a day, if you can just go against what your mind is telling you, each of those little steps will make a big difference. And definitely be consistent every single day. Be consistent. It's okay to have a day of rest. Other than that, get back on track every single day. Make a difference in your life. And I tell you, those small steps, you're going to start to see a significant change. Just stay consistent. All right, that is all. I'm going to continue to clear this out just a little bit longer. I do want to, this is my little bridge I built, and I do want to have like little houses over here. I already have a plan that this is going to be a really big house, probably, with a little view right here. And then I don't know if I want to fill this in or make this into like a mountain house or a partial mountain house, you know. I'm not going to clear some of this land because I don't know how to do terraforming. I've watched some videos. I didn't even know the name of it, and then I found out it's called terraforming. Um, I don't know how to do that, so I'm not going to clear out the land. Oh, look, this would be another good little um, in like mountain house right here. But so I have this idea that I want to make like walkways. Like I'd like to make the walkways this brick right here. Um, and then just make the walkways first. Then I realized, oh, because yesterday I was going to just do the walkways and then make the houses, and I realized, oh my gosh, I have nowhere to even start because all these trees are in the way. And that's what caused me to start clearing the trees this morning so then I can have a better view of what my vision is, of what I want. And so that led to today's video. But, oh, and so I had a video about a circle apartment community. So my problem with the circle community that I'm trying to build, like the little circle apartments, is so I've done the first part. I've laid the first part there, but for some reason, whenever I start to go to build up, I forget I cannot figure out how to place the blocks to make a circle. It's like no matter how much I'm trying, it's just not registering in my brain or something. So, so I made a post about it. Thankfully, I have some really great comments on it. Someone shared a graph of how to do the circles, and so that may help me be able to figure it out. Some of the things though that I'm struggling with, how do I know how many circles? Because let's say I make one circle and then I have a different circle, but I need it to be a different size, but I have to have space to put rooms. How do I know what the how many circles? Like how do I know how far away to place it or it's I'm probably thinking too much into it. So I'm gonna look at this diagram that someone had posted, and so I'm gonna try to figure it out, and hopefully I'll you know figure it out. So, but anyway, if you don't know what video I'm talking about, it's posted. I don't know if it's just on my TikTok or if it's on my YouTube also. But anyway, man, we've gotten a lot of these trees cleared out. Look at that. Just gonna keep on going. Um, what is that in there? Oh, I'll probably clear this in. Well, no, I can make this. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet. Um, Look, see, here's one of these big trees again. All these different situations, but we gotta clear through them to clear it out. And each of these have its own. Man, this one had a lot of different situations going on. So you just got to clear it out one at a time. Obviously, in real life, it doesn't go that fast. But with consistency and determination, it will work for you. You're going to be just fine. You really are. You'll be just fine. I have my days too. I have my days to where I doubt myself. I have my days to where um, old feelings start to try to creep in, uh, things that I've already conquered, even. Or, it's just the way the brain is. The mind sometimes can get carried away and you'll start to feel the way you did before, things that you're like, how is this even bothering me still? And so it happens to me too. And I don't know if it's my age, if it's because I'm older now, or if it's just I'm more determined to not get caught up in that loop. And it may be because of my age that I've learned things and techniques. And one thing that I've learned is you have to repeat things to yourself that's positive. Anytime you think of a negative about yourself, you have to back it up. Back it up with a positive saying, no, that's not true. And you have to give yourself a reason, even if it's not a reason that you believe at that moment. The more you repeat things to yourself, this is a perfect example. If you can repeat those negative things about yourself and you start believing them, how come you can't repeat the positive and believe it? So you just have to keep repeating the positive, even if at that moment it's not what you see. But if you keep repeating it, I'm telling you, you're going to make it so. And that goes negatively and positively. And so the same amount of energy it takes to think negatively, you could take that same energy and think positive. And even if you don't feel it that moment, if you just keep saying it though anyway, I know that sounds cliche. After a while, now I'm not saying that it's going to immediately change it, no, but with consistency and you redirecting your brain, what you're doing is rewiring your brain to not be focused on negative things. And it's very important too, what you watch and what you listen to. If you're watching fighting videos all the time and drama videos and all that, yeah, those can be entertaining sometimes, but it's not good to feed your mind with those kind of negative things. So find something more positive. Watch how, I don't know, I always like to watch things about how someone had a struggle and they made it out. I think those are so inspiring. Um, and it's all about the mindset. It's all about a mindset. And it's so important to the people you're around. If they're always talking negatively, that can rub off on you. Like it really can. And then before you know it, you're thinking negative too. And you don't even know why you started thinking negative. And it's because you were listening for too long. So it's better whenever even if you have a friend, they start talking negative and they just like everything is this way and you gotta say something positive. You gotta say, hey, let's change this up. Let's talk about the positive things. And it's not that you're ignoring the possible negative things, but you have to, it really depends on what you put your focus on. And there are people, I mean, they have it way worse than we do. But do you know that they find themselves to be so rich in life? And it's not by monetary, but it's by how they feel and the appreciation they have of the people around them. And so that's why it's so important that you can't focus just on the negative. Now, if you're in a bad situation to where you're in an environment and you don't have any control to get out of that environment, and I'm not talking about, um, I'm talking about a true negative environment, like to where you don't have supportive parents or you don't have any supportive friends around you. There are resources. There are people that you can go to. You can start even just going to the library, go places, take walks, um, take a walk wherever, to the park, anything to get yourself away from that. But then now, if you're younger, you can start, you can go to, there are resources you can go to at your school. People that are older, during the time that you're taking a walk, make an exit plan. Think about what can I do to better my situation. Now, if it's a financial reason why you're still in that situation, try to still make a plan. Always try to make a plan. Even if you don't see it happening right then and there, make a plan and still try to focus on the positive aspect of it, that you're making this plan and that's good and it's positive and you are going to focus on what you need to do to the next steps. So, anyway, I'm rambling on, but look how much we have cleared out. Remember, we started all the way over here. We have cleared out so much. This is going to be such a nice little neighborhood right here. But I'm going to leave you with this, that today is going to be great. And something that I have always said for myself, but you have to put the work in. Whenever I say this, you're going to have to remember you have to put the work in. You can't just speak it out and then it just happen. You have to put the work in. So whatever is meant for me will always be mine. And if it's not meant for me, I don't want it. So, and then positive mindsets produce positive actions. That means it starts with your words also. And peace is worth every sacrifice. So, if you're at a job, keep looking for another job if that job is causing you mental health issues. If a relationship is causing you a significant mental health issue and it's tried to be worked on and it's not working, you got to move on. Like, so it's just not move on from the person. If there's true love there, not move on from the person, but you have to tell them we've got to make a change. Communication is so important. Anyway, so always be kind to yourself. You got to give yourself grace. It's so important to give yourself grace. And not everyone is going to understand the road you're on. So, and that's okay because not everyone is meant to understand. And hopefully they'll never have to deal with what you're dealing with. And so, most times, and it's true, people do not know until they are in the shoes you're walking of how to handle something. So, but I'm telling you, each little small step is important. Each small step, even if it's 5 minutes a day. And then you move to 10 minutes a day. Then move to just don't become stagnant. Don't get stuck in the same routine. You got to fight for yourself. You have to fight for the life that you want. And it won't be done unless you're doing the fighting. You have to work on it because the people around you can't work on it for you. They want to see it for you, but they can't do the work. It's just not how it works. You have to do it. You have to want it. So, anyway, I hope this video has helped you. I'm going to go ahead and stop it here. I'm going to continue to, I just have a few more minutes to get some of these trees cleared out. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.